Hello, church family. Pastor Gretchen. We are so excited for our extravaganza. Each year we've done it kind of the same. We are so great at reaching our community. We had an awesome group that came and stuffed eggs on Tuesday, and just a fun fellowship to be able to be with the church family and to just see all of the eggs that get stuffed and all the time that gets put into stuffing thousands and thousands of eggs. And I just always enjoy hearing the conversations that happen around the table when people are stuffing eggs. It's awesome being at the top of the bleachers and watching all of the colorful eggs spread out on the field, and the kids are going to be able to just go to their different areas for the egg hunt. And it's fun to watch as, you know, our younger preschool group, they just kind of slowly go toward the eggs, and then the older group, it's like a road sweeper, and they just sweep through and just pick up every single egg on the field. So it's just really cool to just see one, how fast they pick up the eggs after it's taken almost 2 hours to lay them, and it's literally done in like 5 seconds. The kids just pick up all of the eggs. We are so great at reaching our community. I had a family last year that came to me and said, yeah, we've been to your Easter egg hunt, and today we're gonna go to 2 more after we're done with this one, and then tomorrow there's another one, and we just had another one, and I just felt like we were another egg hunt, and I didn't want that. Yes, there will be those families that come to our egg hunt just to come for the egg hunt, and that's awesome. But I felt like we were missing the point of the Easter egg hunt. So I began to think about the Easter story, and I began reading it in my Bible and thinking, what are the big pieces of the story that we as parents, as adults could interact with and kids could interact with. So the kids went to the census station. They were able to write their name on a scroll and get a bag to collect all of the different things at each of the stations. They then went to the crown of thorn table, where they were able to take a thorn off of the crown of thorns and to keep that with them as a reminder of the crown that was placed on Jesus' head. Then they went to the next station, and they lifted the heavy cross, and they went and nailed the nails into the cross, and they put their name on a piece of paper and nailed it into the cross as a reminder of what Jesus did for them by name. Then they went to the next station, and they made a cross out of twine and twigs, and they wrapped their twigs with their twine and got to carry that and take that home with them of the reminder of what Jesus did on the cross for them. They then went to the resurrection eggs station, and they interacted with the story. They talked about the donkey and the spear and the vinegar and all the different parts of the story all as one, and what those each resemble in the Easter story. And lastly, the last station that they went to was the spices table. They were able to smell and touch and feel and interact with the different spices that the women and Mary may have brought to go and prepare Jesus' body, and to feel the cloths and rip the cloths that were wrapped for Jesus' body. The kids were able to interact in so many different ways at each of the stations, and to be able to smell and touch and hear and interact with different parts of the Easter story that sometimes kind of are just pushed aside. They're not as the big important things, but they are a part of the Easter story. I remember as a child doing an Easter program, and the sound of the nails hitting the cross was a sound that was eerie as a child, but also one that I will never forget. And I've heard the Easter story many, many times, but to be able to interact and feel the actual pieces and parts that come with the Easter story is a whole new thing. So it was just cool to see families interacting as a family together. And as we've been preparing for this event, making the crown of thorns, I remember poking myself a couple of times, and Pastor Aaron as well, And it was a reminder of this wasn't a nice little crown that was placed on Jesus's head. And just as I'm doing the preparing and as I'm thinking more and more about these stations, the more I'm reminded of what Jesus did for me. And it's an awesome, awesome thing. So I want to give a huge, huge, huge thank you to all of the volunteers. If you gave money, if you donated candy, eggs, helped stuff eggs, helped with stations, registration, this huge, huge, huge event cannot happen without you. So thank you so much for all of your help. We can't do any of this without all of our awesome volunteers. Angie Seagrin is one of our main leaders of this huge event. So if you see her today, give her a hug, tell her thank you and how much you appreciate her. But again, thank you so much for all that you've done in big ways, small ways. It all can't happen without you guys. So thanks again.